granted, and then, you know, just puts things into perspective. So definitely like gratitude and family. And what's my astro sign? I don't know anything about that stuff, but I am a Sagittarius. So if you guys know anything about Sagittariuses, also happy birthday to all my Sages. Mine was on Thursday, and I know a lot of people commented that they had the same birthday. So happy birthday to all my November/December babies. I love you guys. For everyone who's just joining, hi, I'm Gabby Sklar. I am a singer-songwriter from New York. If you guys have been on this live since the beginning, shout out to you. You are an OG. You are a real one. If you guys are just joining, still very happy you are here. But my purpose in this live is that I'm answering all of your juicy questions. So if you guys have any more questions for me, drop them below. I'm trying to go through as many as I can, also from Instagram. But also, Lonely Times has been out for a few weeks, and the video has been out on YouTube. So, yeah, if you guys went and showed it some love, I would really appreciate that. Drop a heart that you came from this live. Check out the last post that I just did. It's like a little clip from the video, so drop a heart if you came from this live. Okay, so the sport, drum roll. I hope I don't disappoint people. Oh God. Okay. Tennis. I played tennis for 12 years of my life. I actually thought I was going to go to college for tennis for like, I don't know. I thought it was like a huge portion of my life. And then when I was pursuing music seriously, I was like, I don't have time for this shit. So yeah, but I do miss it a lot. And I have like so much respect for the sport. I think a lot of people like don't realize how hard it is. So I have a lot of respect for people that do the sport. Also, I was very short, and when you're like short and you're trying to cover surface area, whatever, it's hard. But yeah, all my love to people that play tennis. What else? Oh my God, there's so many questions. I don't even know. Who produces your songs? So I said a little bit before about like Lonely Times and a little bit behind why I wrote it. And I'll get more into that because I could talk about it for a while. So maybe I'll try to keep it short and sweet. But so Champagne Therapy, Tommy Brown, he, someone that represents an A&R, I guess, from his team reached out to me from a TikTok almost 2 years ago at this point. I think I posted a cover, and I think the lesson to be learned from that is you never know what video is going to change your life. So for people that are like just new onto TikTok and want advice with posting and whatever, you never know how small views, you never know who is watching your video and which video is going to be something that changes your life forever. So their team reached out to me, and all of my music for the last year, since Pardon My French up until Lonely Times, this latest single, has been through them. So Tommy Brown, and then Anton and Isabella, who I talked about before, they're like the duo that did Lonely Times with me. So, and they have a lot of new music with me. People are asking about my future music and what it's going to sound like, what to expect next from me. And I don't want to give it all away because I feel like the surprise is what's fun about it. But a lot of my new music is with Anton and Isabella, and it has a lot more depth, I feel, and nostalgia, but it's also fresh and exciting. And 2024, a lot of live shows. So comment your city so I can come to a city near you. A lot of live shows and a lot of new music. And a lot of people are asking about an album too. A lot of people. And I so badly want to be like, oh yeah, there's an album coming tomorrow, but there's not. I think with an album, it's something that takes so much time, and I'm so like obsessive and like hyper fixated on things that I love, and I want it to be an album that's like the absolute best that I could possibly give to the world. So I think that's going to take a little bit of time. I definitely think I have songs right now that I can see being on the album, and like concepts for an album. But I think before that, there would be maybe a couple EPs and a lot more singles. But regardless, you guys are still getting a lot of new music. So if you guys know me from my covers, I have a lot of original music that I think you'll like too. So, and I hope you'll like too. But yeah, Lonely Times out now, all platforms. That's my latest single, and the video came out today. So hi everyone who's just joining. Ask me some questions below. I'll try to answer all all the questions that I can. Happy birthday, Claire. Someone said it's their birthday. All my love to the Sag babies. I told you I'm a Sagittarius. I just had my birthday too, so happy birthday. Okay, I'm gonna answer a few more questions, and I think I'm gonna call it because I'm talking a lot, and I'm going to go over live onto my Instagram. So if you guys want me to answer some questions onto my Instagram at Gabby Sklar, I'm going to continue the after party onto Instagram. This is the party. Instagram's the after party. So, my necklace. Oh my goodness. Okay. I get a lot of questions about my necklace, and I posted a video about it. I was kind of just making fun of it, but, this was given to me by my producer, Tommy Brown, at Champagne Therapy. It's his company, and he gives them to, it's their logo. So it's like a music sign and then champagne glasses. And I believe the symbolism is like sharing success among like the team. So that's why it's a cheers. I think that's what it is. But yeah, I wear it like almost every single day. It means the world to me, and it's one of the best gifts I ever got. So okay, one last question. What should the last question be, guys? What's my Instagram? Is the same as my TikTok. So it's just at Gabby Sklar. So you don't have to look too hard to find me, but I'll be there. And I guess the last question. How are you so hot? What's your secret? Sleep deprivation and trauma. Anyway, love you guys so much. Please drop a heart onto the last TikTok so I know you came from this live. If you want me to go live more often, I will try. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this on one last note. So with Lonely Times, one thing that really inspired it, outside from that little dinner conversation between me and the people who worked on it and us talking about how these were lonely times, but I'm someone who, and I don't know if you guys can relate, I really hope you can, but I'm very introverted. I say like introverted extrovert because there are times where I feel like I'm super outgoing and social, and then there are times when like the social anxiety just hits and I'm super anxious and it's like crippling, and it talks me out of like doing a lot of things that I feel like normal people do, like situations that are social and fun that I feel like should be normal to people that I find really difficult to put myself in. And I think that's something that a lot of people wouldn't gauge from my videos, but it's something really important to talk about. So if you're someone who like suffers with anxiety and social anxiety in particular, or feels like introverted, or feels like they have to hold themselves back in like a really chaotic, big, beautiful world, I feel like that's really what Lonely Times is. You know, like I self-isolate a lot and I love to be alone. I think it's like the most therapeutic thing ever. But then also like having that divide of like time spent alone versus too much time spent alone, which then leaves you feeling lonely. So that's really the definition of Lonely Times, is like you're kind of like in this vicious cycle of like, oh, I'm alone and I feel so bad for myself. But then when an opportunity comes up and they're like, hey, like, let's go out, let's do this, you're like, snooze, sleeping, like D&D, do not disturb. So, you know, it's like I'm victimizing myself in a situation that I'm guilty of playing part in. So I think that's really what Lonely Times is. And if you can relate to that in any spec at all, then I think you would really like the record and even like the video. And I think even with the video, I'm an indie artist, you know, so I directed it myself, and we had a videographer, James, and we kind of just ran around New York, and I wanted to create scenes that felt really crowded and chaotic, yet really isolated, and then scenes that were just me by myself. And the scenes that were me by myself were the most fun, and the scenes that were me in crowded areas were when I felt most